really want a pot pie, a German pot pie.
I don't know where we'd go to get a pot pie.
I really want a pot pie, a German pot pie.
Yeah. Hey, we're here in Leipzig, Germany for the games convention.
We are?
All right, no, we're not there. We didn't go, but we're here shooting through this doorway in our office to tell you about the handful of things that did happen over in Germany. Not a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel better about not going.
Yeah, definitely. It's I mean, you know, it's really close to E3, so it's kind of, you know, everything's been announced already. It's really late in the year.
Who's going to make announcements in Europe anyway?
Yeah, Europe. Come on, give me a break. So we do have a list here of what was actually there. Sony did have a press conference, and there they announced a new PlayStation 3 bundle with a new hard drive size.
It's a pretty fat bundle. It's not just a new hard drive.
Well, but I mean that's the main 160 gig hard drive.
That's a lot of gigs.
That's a sizable amount of gigs.
It's a stack of gigs, but it's also got games of some kind.
Uncharted.
Okay.
And a voucher to download Pain.
Okay.
So that's 2 games with trophies theoretically.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought when I heard those games. Ooh,
Sony US went on to confirm that would be coming in November here in the US for $499.99.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
It weirds me out though that the guys with the upgradable hard drive are the ones who keep rolling out new SKUs with bigger hard drives.
Right, I know. It's like you couldn't. We
could just buy those. And
I bought one.
I
still have like my original 60 gig or whatever they were at launch. I don't even remember what they were at launch, but I go get a 300 gig drive or something like that and throw that in there and still have the real backwards compatibility. They also talked about the PSP. A new PSP.
God,
so
damn it, man! I just bought the old new PSP.
Yeah, I bought the red Kratos laden PSP.
Yeah, I got the black one,
and now
the 2000.
In later this year, we're going to need to get new PSPs.
I'll probably buy that one too.
Yeah, so contrast, like better screen, contrast, and built-in microphone are pretty much the big things there.
Yeah. And like anti-reflection.
Yeah, like anti-glare, like just a better-looking screen overall.
And don't forget smaller metal ring on the back.
Yeah, smaller metal ring on the back. So obviously it's a must-have. The price isn't changing. It's still going to be like $169 for just like the system. And they'll have like continue to have $199 bundle packs for people that are into that sort of thing.
What do you think that mic's going to be for? Skype? Like you just Skype through it?
Yeah, you just Skype through it. And yeah, I mean, there are games that do support the voice stuff.
Yeah, because there's already an external mic.
Yeah, right. So like there's like SOCOM and Siphon Filter and stuff like that support it. So there was that. The other thing at Sony, they had a strap-on PlayStation 3 keyboard that you can bolt to your DualShock 3. And it's a Bluetooth device, so you could actually sync it up with a smartphone if you wanted to.
You wouldn't want to.
No, I mean it's shaped. It's designed to strap onto this controller. It doesn't
look comfortable
make much sense
by itself.
It's a keyboard.
It's a keyboard.
Yeah.
You can type stuff to those 5 friends on your list.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
The PS3.
Actually, that seems pretty like it'd be pretty useful because I hate the text entry on the PlayStation 3.
Really?
I really don't.
Wow,
like it.
I like it better
really
than the
like
Xbox. Why? It's like
the
triple
Xbox
tap,
is
man. It's like phone style.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have trouble getting stuff out quickly with it. I've gotten pretty good with the Xbox, and the Xbox has the chat pad thing for keyboard stuff if you want a better keyboard. So
now Sony has it too.
Yeah. So I won't have to have a USB keyboard plugged in just to return someone's message or something like that. Heavy Rain was also announced here, and I just have written down here, Heavy Rain is Dragon's Lair with more tears.
Yeah, I forgot to watch the video. What does that mean?
It's basically
it's like a quick time events game.
It seems like it's a bunch of QTEs strung together.
That doesn't sound so good,
but with more emotion. They also have iPet, which is a PlayStation Eye game coming out in late 2009. Sony's doing it out of Europe, and it's one of those kind of like you interact with things that are on the screen camera games.
So you don't pet your own eye?
No, you'll like raise a virtual pet using the PlayStation Eye.
A pet eye?
No, it's like a monkey or something. So, it's like a cute looking little monkey. The screenshots for it.
Monkeys sell themselves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like cute little monkey dudes are pretty cool. Microsoft also had some stuff to show there, including a redesigned Xbox 360 controller.
The part that needed redesigning.
The D-pad.
Yeah.
So
bad.
They've redesigned the D-pad. I don't think the D-pad on the old controller is that broken.
Bionic Commando just brought that into stark relief, how much that thing sucks.
That game has analog control. Why are you playing it with the D-pad in the first place?
D-pads
It's not
for 2D games. But yeah,
okay, so
yeah,
they're putting out. It's got like basically more depth on it or something like that. But the weird thing is they're saying it's a limited edition item for only like Latin America and Europe, and a third territory called Asia. And they're going to release it alongside Pro Evolution Soccer later this year.
Which is a game you'd play with the analog, right?
I don't know.
What?
I don't play soccer games.
Yeah,
but that's pretty weird.
Yeah, totally.
So I don't know. It seems like that's something that's eventually just going to become the default controller around the world. Like, why put all the work into it?
I know. Like, why
game?
Yeah, why retool your manufacturing line?
Yeah.
For like, X number of controllers.
Yeah, so it seems like that'll happen everywhere.
But I already have 4 360 controllers.
Well,
I don't want to buy more.
Now you'll have 4 more, and some of them will be limited editions from Asia.
I'm just going to take mine apart and sand them down.
Yeah,
I hear that works too.
Maybe that works too. On that note, let's take time out for a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thanks for rejoining us. We're here kind of running down the things that happened in Germany over the course of this week, the Leipzig Games Convention. We already talked about Sony and Microsoft and some of the stuff that they did there, but there were definitely some other things there, including new CG videos for upcoming MMO games.
Yeah, it was like Clash of the Titans over there.
Yeah, for sure. Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning, debuting their new CG video. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch either one of them.
Yeah,
I didn't watch anything. I didn't even pay attention to this thing.
So that's out. Apparently it's beautiful. I've heard very good things about it. Also, Wrath of the Lich King, they showed the opening cinematic for the new World of Warcraft expansion. So,
like, those are practically going toe-to-toe, right? I mean, we don't really know exactly when Lich King's out, but it's this year, right?
Yeah, I think they've pretty much said it's this year, but I think if it was going to be as soon as Warhammer, we would already know the release date, so it's probably November, December, or something like that at this point if it's still coming.
So I wonder how many people are going to be all up in Warhammer at that point and not go back.
I don't know. It remains to be seen. It seems like people are interested in Warhammer, so it'll be, I don't know, it'll be fun to watch kind of how those games interact and if people do kind of get lured away from one to go to the other one. Some fighting game news, of course, Germany, home of the fighting game, so it's great to see them kind of honoring that legacy. One Up had an interview with Yoshinori Ono on Street Fighter 4, and he confirmed that Cammy will be in the home versions of the game. They're working on it right now. They also had the Xbox 360 version of the game playable there. Some people wrote some hands-on stories of it that said it looks pretty much like the arcade version.
It needs to be playable in this office.
It needs to be playable in this office. So
I want to play that game.
Go steal copies of that game somewhere. So that's pretty exciting. It sounds like they are going to put further work into the home version with maybe an additional character or two. But so far, we know Cammy is coming. I also think Akuma will probably be playable.
Yeah. I mean, he basically uses the same moves as Ryu and Ken anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a hidden boss in the arcade version. Yeah. So, why not put people in control of him? I also think they need to call that game Street Fighter 4 Champion Edition when they bring it out at home.
That's a good
I
idea.
think that's really the only...
You mean Dash?
Yeah, Street Fighter 4 Dash, for sure. Another fighting game news, Mortal Kombat versus DC, 4 more characters for that one. It seems like they're just about done revealing characters at this point.
Kano.
Raiden.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He had
to be in there.
I mean, you have Superman. Well, it's weird because both of those guys kind of map to Superman in different ways. I mean, Raiden kind of flies through the air like Superman, and then Kano shoots lasers out of his eyes like Superman.
Oh, yeah.
So they can both team up and take him on. That'll be exciting. On the DC side, Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
she's a lady, and Deathstroke, who's not a lady. So
less exciting.
Comic book dudes as well as fighting game dudes.
Man, there's so much overlap between the moves on all those characters. Like, it almost makes me wonder if they're trying to get out of doing as many moves as they have.
Well, I think that they said kind of early on, like, one of the things was like they wanted to kind of put these similar characters together and kind of find the counterparts and have Raiden face off against Superman and that sort of thing. So that could be cool. Scorpion and Batman's got a rope. He's got a bat grappling hook that he could maybe stick into dudes.
Whatever.
But I don't know. They announced the cast for Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. Who's who of B-movie actors. Now, it's kind of an interesting list.
What are you trying to say about Tim Curry?
I'm trying to say that Tim Curry I liked him in Loaded Weapon 1.
All right,
Remember Loaded Weapon
all right,
1?
you win.
Great movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tim Curry, Jenny McCarthy, J.K. Simmons, Peter Stormare, who's doing a double duty for EA. He's also in Mercs 2.
Yeah.
Also George Takei.
Yes.
Of Star Trek fame. He's going to play the leader of the Japanese forces. He'll be on camera giving you missions and stuff like that. Jenny McCarthy will be Tanya, replacing Kari Wurr. Can anyone ever truly replace Kari Wurr,
no,
Brad?
Not right here.
No, definitely not. Let's see. EA put out some details about Need for Speed Undercover. We actually played that at an event. What'd you think of it?
It's a driving game.
It's a driving game.
With cars.
Yeah, it has cars. They announced some cars. The Lexus ISF will be in it, as well as some other vehicles that are licensed. They also say they're going to do real-world damage in terms of just like cosmetic stuff. So, are we finally reached a point where they can show flipping, exploding licensed cars? Yeah,
time has come.
I know I'm ready for it.
I don't know why they were so scared of it in the first place.
Yeah, it's like I think that they just don't want footage of like here's this BMW on fire, and then someone goes, that doesn't look safe at all. I'm not buying one of those cars because I can't imagine. Does anyone make a decision to buy a car based on that? Well, this video game it blew up, so I don't really know about that. And lastly, Rockstar reconfirmed that the downloadable content for the Xbox 360 version of GTA 4 will be coming this year.
I guess we kind of knew that already, but like it was cool to hear for sure.
Knew that. And they showed off the PC version of GTA 4 there as well. Higher multiplayer cap, higher resolutions.
Higher.
Yeah,
in general.
GTA 4 will get you higher. You heard it here first. And that pretty much wraps it up for Brad. I'm Jeff, and we're in Germany, and we'll see you next year. Achtung.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, yeah.